one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Okay, so we have dolphins and lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, hello. This is us again. We're gonna be talking about pets that we wish we could have, but we can't. Like elephants, Sasquatch, Nessie, ants. Oh, I don't know. Can you have ants as a pet? Would you consider ants as a pet?
That was a thing back then, remember? Early 2000s.
Back then, I think people still have ant farms, but is that considered a pet?
Yes, that was considered a pet. You had an ant farm. You kept them in the little blocks, and then you just shifted them, and they'll work. I remember that.
I know that the last time that we had one when I was younger, I was like my early teens, we got an ant farm, and there was a murderer in the colony. So, like, everybody died. We didn't do anything wrong. We didn't do anything. We followed the instructions, but then, every day just one ant was dead, and then suddenly the entire colony was dead.
That's strange.
So, we don't know what happened.
That's strange.
I know, right?
They don't normally touch each other. Like, they chill. They work.
No. Yeah, probably one of them got psychosis or something. I don't know.
Huh. But if I was to have any pet, I got a long list. If I was to have any animal as a pet, I would definitely have like I want like a Sasquatch, some kind of like huge like orangutan. He'll be sitting right here with me. We'll be walking down the street. He'll go jogging with me.
Orangutans are pretty violent.
Not all of them. All right.
You're saying yours is going to be better?
Yeah, look, this gonna sound...
It's okay. He knows it's me. He loves me. We're fine. We're cool.
We can work out together and stuff. Like, look. All right.
I'm sure an orangutan does not care about their image.
That's so true.
If there's anything I've learned from the Jungle Book, is the orangutan does not care about their image.
That's so true. No, look, orangutan, did you know they're attracted to people that look like them, even human beings. So if you're a natural redhead or ginger, they'll tackle you.
They better not touch me.
It's a real thing. I find that so dope.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is if I'm ever attacked by an orangutan, I need to throw on my wig and dye my brows super quick.
You could.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, you could.
I'll throw on the long lady hair. Like, it's long, shoulder length hair, wavy, silky, smooth, and glistening. And I'm just gonna go down like it's you're coming out of the water where they like whip their hair down and whip it back up, and you're just like, ah. And then I'm gonna look like that. I'm gonna be their wildest dream. What about platypus? Would you have a platypus as a pet? Like Perry the platypus? Perry!
We'll have a dolphin.
Dolphin. Oh, I'd have a shark. Like a great white shark or something, because typically they can't be kept in captivity.
Some of them can.
So I want to be the one that can do it.
They look so, man. I've seen some of them in real life as pets, man. They look vicious, even in like your own home.
They are.
Like they're strong. Like they're their own thing. Like you can't even. It's one of those things. They look dope, but they're their own little human kind of segment, even as pets.
Temperament-wise, tiger sharks are actually the most aggressive of sharks. Yep. So I would sooner be scared of a tiger shark than a great white. But if I'm going to be in the water with either, I'm just going to have a heart attack and die. So
what about would you have like a baby whale?
A baby whale?
Yeah, as a pet.
Where am I going to keep it? In my living room?
You can keep it like in a tank.
Am I going to keep it in my bathtub? Last time I checked, Free Willy wasn't able to be staved in his little tank at the zoo.
You can keep it. You can keep it in the tank for like 2 weeks before it starts to grow, and then
What tank are you using? Baby whales are huge.
you just I don't know. You just go to Home Depot or
Oh no, you just fill up the bathtub.
No, you know what would be so funny? Imagine going in one of those places and telling them what kind of pet you have, and they looking at you like you crazy, but you show them a whole photo and be like, "Oh no,
Yeah, I got a blue whale.
yeah, like." Or a whole orangutan, and they thinking that you lying, but just like, nah, he in a cart right now. Like some of the drug dealers in my childhood neighborhood, they had real live monkeys, and it's like, and this is back in 2005. You know how much
Oh my god, I hate it. How much you have to what?
monkeys are expensive. Even back then, that was a rarity. You got to think about where did they even get it? This 2004, 2005. A whole
Don't underestimate the black market, Frank. Don't
yeah.
underestimate it.
But at that point, social
I
media
know.
advanced.
I don't understand why you would want any sort of the monkey or ape family as a pet. They're vicious.
Yeah, they are.
They are mean.
Yeah.
Like, they rip your face off.
It's a flex.
Like, just because they can.
Yeah.
If anything, I'm having a gorilla. I want him. If I'm gonna have a gorilla, and I have to be like in a sea of hominids, I think that's their class. I don't know. Anyway, if I'm gonna have anything, I'm gonna have a silverback gorilla, the most like butcher of them all, the one that they don't care. He's gonna beat you, and I'm gonna make sure I am befriended like to the T. Like he and I are like, like not even that, like all the crossies in the world. Like we are tight,
Yeah.
right?
Like
and any of them try and touch me, he's just gonna take him by the tail. He's just gonna like Hulk with Loki, just
like you and all
that's
the
my
patience.
plan.
Like you and all the patience.
Verbally, yes.
There's another pet. I've seen this past summer, but it was an African black beetle.
Ew.
Yeah, it was this thick and
Like a
like this.
dung beetle?
Nah, this is a vicious. It was an African beetle. I'm sorry, not an African beetle. It was an African centipede. It was this thick and like this long. Yeah. And
Gross.
I'm just like,
what about
people just will freak out.
it's another one. I just had it. Oh, a horse. Horses are pets, but I've never had one. But like, would you ever want to have a horse as a pet?
Nah, they got a lot of them here. A lot of people own a lot of them here.
Well, yeah, but like, still not a lot of people. Like, way back in the early 1900s, horses were the cars.
Yeah.
So their solution to all the manure piling up in the street was, make cars.
You said
and now look at us. But now it's not as commonplace. So horses aren't really like that regular of a pet.
You said like
you don't have just a bar outside your local tavern to tie your horse up on.
You said like they got license plates on them.
I'd put a license plate on my horse. I would.
Like you would get pulled over if you're going too fast.
Yeah, and it's just and the license plate just says juicy.
No, you know what'd be so funny? You get pulled over by the police, and by your
on
horse.
their own horse.
And and they just like, can you roll down your window? And you just like,
I just flip the mane.
Yeah. And that just does it.
Thank you, sir.
That's funny. Would you have a zebra as a pet?
No, I think they're just overrated. Everybody loves a zebra. And I'm like, but why?
A giraffe?
I would feel so bad, like, what if he falls? I can't help him.
I don't think you got to worry about a giraffe falling, man. They got pretty good
You'd be
balance.
surprised.
Like, what is this, Bambi?
You would be surprised, Frank.
No, only you would have a giraffe that with no balance.
I'd call him tipsy. I'd be like, oh man, here we go again. And he just comes out like,
No, but that will even
you
it will
know.
suck because I don't think their limbs are that strong. Like I think if they fall over,
I mean, they're holding up all that animal and all that neck. I'm sure that they've got pretty good muscles on them legs.
yeah, but it's just like I mean, I think they're kind of similar to basketball players. There's only so many times a tall professional basketball player can fall before it starts to take a toll on their body.
Well, I will say that most animals like horses, have all the muscle in the upper part and then just mostly bone in their leg.
Yeah.
Like all of them just look like they skipped leg day. So
True.
like I think that's all that matters here.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's another good one?
You have a baboon.
A frog. People have frogs for pets. Did you know that?
Yeah, it's like a norm. Definitely it's a huge norm here.
I know when I was a kid I had that.
Yeah. What about What? Yeah. I want an octopus. Yes. I want an octopus.
That was one of those intelligent men.
I'm talking about the big ones. Like, oh, hey, can you help me with him? Kind of thing.
No.
Years old. And he's sassy.
No, octopi are extremely smart. So yeah. I don't trust it. Something tells me if they don't like me, they're just gonna kill me in the night.
You said they're gonna plan it out.
They would.
How they gonna get out the
tank? Nobody's gonna suspect it either. They're like, oh, it's just an octopus.
You say he's gonna set a trap for you, like.
But yeah, he's gonna get out of his tank and he's gonna like grab the pillow while I'm sleeping. And you're just gonna, and then just like smother me.
You know what's funny?
And then he's just gonna slink back because all the water's gonna be evaporated by the time that day comes, and then they're just gonna be like, "What happened?" Well, it's definitely not. There's no signs of foul play. It's just the octopus in here.
You know what's funny about that? It sounds funny, but they really are capable of doing that because
I know. That's why I say it.
All the muscles in their tentacles are like strong. So they'll be able to hold that pillow down. Well, all of them. If you try to fight, the other tentacle just comes and like slaps you probably.
I just imagine that scene in a Scary Movie 2 where she's fighting the cat.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
man.
And
I didn't thought about that. But they are.
That's exactly what I envision. It's just like fighting this octopus like Cindy is fighting the cat.
Lord, let's not have you on a National Geographic special about the guy that got attacked by his pet octopus.
Oh, you know what kind of a pet I would love? I would love a bear. Like a grizzly bear, too.
The thing about bears is that, I don't know, man. It's one of those things where it's like, you still got to be careful with them because they're their own DNA.
That's any animal.
Yeah, but a bear is a little bit more vicious, so like.
Oh, because a great white shark is just so tame and huggable.
Yeah, a great white shark is not able to fight you out of water. Where a bear,
obviously, I'm going to be in his turf, so like the pet you have to keep it in its homeland, right? You have to so you can't take a dolphin and put it on land and be like, "You're good, fam, you're good." So you can't take a bear and put him in a pool and just say perfect.
I mean,
so I'm obviously going to be in its natural environment.
I mean, it's been done
regardless.
It's been done.
I'm just saying that any animal you have is going to have to be kept in the relative environment that they're used to. And I'm going to have to be in that environment, so they're already going to have the advantage no matter what.
Yeah.
So, just the thing is with the bear. Okay, here's the thing with bears. We split it up into 3 categories, right? You have black bears, brown bears, polar bears. Black bears, very timid. They're more scared of you than you are of them. You know, you just make yourself really big, really loud, and you just like scare it, and it'll more than likely run away. Brown bears, you can try and make yourself look big. Best thing to do: lay down, fetal position, hope you make it. Polar bears, kiss yourself goodbye.
And you know what's funny about polar bears? You would have thought they would have been the friendliest ones.
Right? They all look so cute.
Yeah, and it's just like.
But no, they can smell blood like 2 miles away or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
when they have your scent, they will find you. They
Yeah.
will follow you until the ends of the earth.
Did you see what's going on with them now? They've been reproducing with each other. And they've been making hybrid breeds. So like brown, white bear.
This could be a colorblind story.
We have trauma story.
I do know. I heard this story recently about this albino grizzly bear.
Okay.
Or maybe it was an albino brown bear. It was some sort of an albino bear that environmentalists kept mistaking as a polar bear in the wrong area.
Okay.
Like, it just wandered too far south. So they tranked it, brought it back into the Arctic, and they're like, there you go, have at it, fam, you're back home. And this thing was like miserable, and it took them a couple of days to figure out, oh, that's not a polar bear, that's like an actual bear, just albino. So they bring it back, and then another group of researchers finds it. They do the same thing, and so like for 3 different times, this bear is going from its natural habitat to the polar ice caps, and then back again. It's like, that bear has got so much trauma, man. Like, can you imagine just getting like darted, and then suddenly you're in just like this place you should not be?
Yeah. I mean,
like, that's got to be a wild ride.
You ever thought about going to Alaska?
But I would definitely have a bear as a pet.
I would have, I want to say, a cobra, snake.
No.
They're just unique in their own way. Like when they stand up in their own stance, and then they shift their head goes like this and just like look straight at you. Dude, the baby.
We are not talking about.
The baby cobras are even more cooler because their heads are like developed a little bit. So when they turn, it's just like full, you know?
We're not talking about the world's largest venomous snake.
And then
we're talking about him. We can talk about her. We can talk about Bruno.
What are they called? You just had the name for it. The albino snakes look they look so nice, man.
They look like a nope rope. You got that.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where it's like they look kind of tricky because like you can't see their eyes until they actually open them, and then they're just like, you know.
I don't care.
I think they're dope.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't do nothing.
What about like those super strange? Get off. What about those super strange like animals that you don't really like think
the Wendigo?
about? Possums, beavers. I have a beaver. I would love a beaver.
Okay, here's the thing. People already have otters, beavers, possum, raccoons, foxes, all those types of ones. They already have those as pets. I don't know if you've seen those.
What about woodpeckers?
You don't really keep a woodpecker as a pet. You just it kind of adopts you. It's like a crow that way.
So we get a lot of woodpeckers here, and they're annoying. They come out in the summer, and for some reason they go right there by the window in our bedroom and just get the knocking. And I'm like, bro, you was just here yesterday. There's no more. What are you doing?
I
And
mean, you don't know that. Bugs are
I got
quick.
so irritated because they teamed up with like a crow. So the crow was doing its thing, and the woodpecker was doing its thing, and I just couldn't go back to sleep. I was like, dude, forget it. Like, I get it. What are you all trying to tell me?
Yeah. No, I get that.
I have a robin, a robin or a blue jay. Those are gorgeous.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I
Or
feel like I would have
a parakeet.
like a bird of prey, like the golden eagle.
You trying to get
You
jealous?
know?
You trying to get
No, I can have this as a pet. I want a golden eagle. It's like the largest bird,
Mhm.
like a bird of prey at least. It's got like this massive wingspan, super pretty, and we're just the best of buds.
Are you talking about
I do that.
an American eagle or a peacock?
No, it's an eagle. It's a species of eagle, and it's called the golden eagle,
Okay.
and it's the largest bird of prey.
Okay.
It's
How much
huge.
is one?
It's massive.
How do you even
Huh?
how do you even take that to get checkups? Like everybody in there is with their
Easy.
normal,
You just
and
you
you
just
come
wrap your arms around him, and you just okay, I'm here for my checkup, and then he tries to like spread his wings, and you're like, no.
your bird
That's what you
walks
do.
with you, literally, and sits down next to
I
you.
mean, I would do. What about a penguin? How about a penguin? Would you like a
That would
penguin?
that would be dope. I don't know. I would love to have a penguin and flip people out when we all at the veterinarian. Everybody got their little just regular degular pets, and you come in there with a penguin.
I like the idea that you can't have just one penguin. You have to have at least 5. Like you have to have this like little herd going on, and
So they're gonna
you have you have a big pool and everything, so they're just like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh,
so they're gonna
just swimming and have a good time. But whenever you have to bring them to the vet, you just like open the door and you're like, okay, Greg, Gary, Susie, Susan, yeah, and they're just like waddling in one by one.
That's adorable. That's dope, actually.
I think that would be so fun.
Would you? I'll have the I would love to have the chicken from Family Guy as a pet.
Why say somebody to wrestle with?
If yeah, it would be one of those things where it's just like I don't know, like oh wait, aren't you the? And he just like nonchalant about things. It's like yeah,
Yeah, I could see that for you. I would love that journey.
or Courage the Cowardly Dog.
No,
Like
nor. What about cat dog? You could have cat dog.
yeah, but here's the thing, like
You get the best of both worlds. Hannah Montana.
you got to get used to them leaving messes that just don't make sense.
Meh.
Like they never even
Whatever.
about in that episode like how they relieve them. So
Well, I mean, that's not my problem now, is it? I have money. I pay somebody else to do it.
that I'll have Clifford the Big Red Dog. That would be a dope purchase.
All right.
That would be a dope purchase.
I'll have a pack of wolves.
How you have a pack
And
of
I'll have
wolves?
them guard my house at night.
Okay. You got to be feeding them correctly before they be like, yo, like, where's our food?
They feed themselves. I just put out some good scraps and good food for them, and I take care of them. They come to me when they're injured, all that kind of nonsense.
Wait, I have.
But they still like live on the grounds.
This movie is actually coming out soon, but I would love to have Sonic. Shadow from Sonic and the Hedgehog. Sonic and I would love to have Shadow or Knuckles. I love Knuckles. I would love to have Knuckles as a pet. We just boxing, like just doing like our.
As you do.
The funny thing about Knuckles is he always has to be working on something like training for some reason or like punching something. That's the funny part about it. So
all right.
I would love that.
I think that's a really good way to end this episode because we started off real nice. We started off really innocent, and then we're apparently going to end on a punching
We took that note.
note.
The dark
So,
side.
yeah, we kind of took that to a dark spot. Anyway, Thank you everyone for tuning in to another episode of our podcast. We hope you learned something or you got something out of this episode because I don't know what I did. All I know is I love bears and animals are great. Keep out of the water. Don't touch snakes. That's all I got. That's all I got. Yeah, well, all right. Anyways, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, follow, whatever it is your platform you're on. Leave a comment. What's your favorite animal? And what animal would you want to have as a pet? We would love to hear from you. Otherwise, have a great week, and we will see you in the next episode.